Well, welcome to the first proper demo of the Kowalah platform, which is a buying platform. It helps buying teams to run a great buying process to make sure that they choose the right technology vendors, and importantly, to reduce the fear of messing up, which is the biggest reason that companies don't go ahead with a purchase that they wanted to make and they end up staying with the status quo. Not because they're happy with what they've got or that they don't see the value in changing, but it's because they're scared of making a mistake and having that mistake attached to their name as they go forward. It is easier to say no than it is to say yes. And so Kowalah is a system that is built around helping those buying groups to go on that journey. At the core of Kowalah is Gartner's 6 stages of a buying process. Any buying group, any buying project that goes along has to go through these 6 stages. The first, problem identification. We've got to identify a meaningful and expensive problem that is worth solving. Otherwise, there's no point buying anything at all. Next up is about exploring possible solutions. Now, that might be buying something new, but it might also be just reconfiguring or using what we've got in a different way. It might be working with a system integrator partner to do some customizations with something that we've already got. So what are those possible ways that we could solve this problem? Next up is, if we've got to go and buy something else, then what do we need this thing to do? What requirements do we want to have in this product? And having defined those requirements, going out to a long list and then a short list of suppliers and saying, right, well, we know we need to do these things. Does your thing do what we need it to? Having made our vendor of choice, or maybe a short list of a couple, we then need to go and validate that decision. So we think we know what we need to do. Now we want to go and confirm that. And that might be running a proof of concept. It might be getting some customer reference calls. And then having confirmed our decision, we then need to go and ensure that everyone is on board across our buying group, and principally making sure that the CFO and maybe the CEO are on board to sign off on this project. So this is a fairly well-worn process, but for most buying groups, this is the first time they've been through this journey, and especially the first time they've been through it for the specific product category that you're buying. And so you're having to navigate it as a novice, whereas you know that on the other side, the vendor sales teams do this hundreds of times over and over. So how do you help skill yourself up and upskill your buying group team so that you can attack this appropriately? So within each of these stages, we've got specific document templates and processes that provide you with that best practice. So for example, help me write a problem statement. We are looking at replacing our payroll system. Can you help me define a problem statement? And then behind each of these, Kowalah has got a pre-built set of templates, and it's going to guide you through this process. To start with, could you tell me your name and the name of your company? Hi, I am Charlie. I head up the finance team at, where am I? I'm at BP Retail, as an example. And it's just going to guide me through this process. What issues are you experiencing that are prompting you to consider a replacement? So that's one aspect of using Kowalah, is through these guided templates that will end up with creating a lovely problem statement or requirements document or agenda templates for your meetings with your vendors. The next way of looking at it is through the concept of a project. And a project is a buying process that you're engaged with, and you might have a buying group of 15 or 20 people across IT and InfoSec and legal and finance that are part of this buying group. So how do you bring those people together so that you can have educated discussion about your project? So within the concept of a project in Kowalah, you can upload project documentation. So this might be minutes from your internal meetings. It might be emails that you're getting from vendors. It might be requirements documents that you've created. And all of that knowledge will be used in the discussions that Kowalah has in the context of a project. One of the things that I really like about this is that in 73% of buying processes, new people are introduced as the buying project continues over an average of 11 months. And so how do those new people come up to speed? Well, traditionally, you've got to go and look around a SharePoint folder. You've got to go and trawl through old emails. You've got to watch hour-long webinars that happened 6 months ago. The reality is most new members of the buying project just fake it until they make it. Whereas now, you can just hit the summarize the story so far button, and using all of the information that Kowalah has been fed as part of your project knowledge, it is going to soak that information up and provide you with a very quick summary of the story so far. Super easy for the new individuals. In a world where the value of an answer has come to zero, it's the questions that are most important. And here also Kowalah comes to help you. So based on the information that you're loading up in your project and the discussions that you're having in your chats, we'll suggest the right questions for your current stage of the process. And here, what are the key features for a new CRM? Who should be part of the implementation team? How will we ensure user adoption in the system? And you can either ask one of those questions or you can ask your own. So in this case, we'll say who should be part of the implementation team? And we can just get into another chat here. And this is based on the information that we have provided in the project so far. So there you go. Kowalah, super simple, helping buying groups to collaborate and run a great process so that you choose the right technology vendors, you reduce the fear of messing up, and you can help get your CFO over the line to give you that approval for your project. I really look forward to seeing your feedback as you start using it. You can start for free and get 5 free chats. Just go to kowalah.com.